If you were brought up in a situation where you often felt unloved or maybe even betrayed by the people closest to you that you relied on, that has an effect on your attachment style growing up. Some of us may have a avoidant attachment style. Some of us may have an anxious attachment style. Some of us may have a combination. Also, depending on who you're in a relationship, they can bring out those different dynamics in you. But basically, an anxious avoidant style, an anxious attachment style is somebody who's a people pleaser, somebody who's a codependent, who overcompensates and gives and gives and gives to try to receive that person's love. And it's something that they adapted into doing as a child. Avoidant attachment style is someone who avoids getting attached. They'll love you, but they won't give you all of themselves because they're scared. They were most likely betrayed from somebody very close to them at a young age, which made them put up that blocker and that boundary. So interestingly enough, you see a lot of like codependence with the anxious style and, you know, quote unquote narcissists with the avoidant attachment style get together and fuel off of each other, basically. But as you become, you grow up in adulthood, it's helpful to become aware of these attachment styles. Whether you're anxious or avoidant, it's telling you that you're not putting that love into yourself. You're looking for outside sources to fulfill that. You're looking for validation in others to fulfill yourself. It might look differently, for an anxious style person. You just give to a fault, and then you're upset when you don't receive the same love, and it's because you're not loving yourself first. And with the avoidant style, they're sort of fueling off of you loving them, but they feel that power of protection because they haven't fully given it to you. So that, in a way, they're trying to heal their wounds from childhood to have the upper hand in this scenario. This is wrong. All of this is an illusion, and it's toxic, and it's something that, needs to be worked through. Because what real, true love is loving yourself and therefore loving others. It's not anything external, ever. It all starts within. So we have to work on validating our inner child. Yes, you went through this. Yes, you experienced this. It wasn't because of you. Whatever the person that hurt you, they were hurting too. It wasn't because of you specifically. If it was a different child and not you, it would have happened to them too. You have to validate yourself. Like, yes, these things happened to me that were out of my control as a child. I was, born into these circumstances. But it's up to me to transform that. And it's up to me to stand up for my life and realize I'm not a victim. That wasn't healthy. And I don't choose to continue to live like this. I want to stand up for my life, and I want to genuinely experience happiness. And when you stand up for your self-worth, you'll feel the energy shift. And it's hard. It's hard to let go. It's not only people you're letting go of, it's your old self you're letting go. Your old self is dying. The comfort that you've clutched onto for so long is dying. It's scary. It's scary to unlearn everything and step into the unknown, but it's so beautiful to realize that you have the power to write your own story. That doesn't have to be the narrative anymore. You don't have to keep being addicted to pain. You can break out of it. Wayne Dyer says, "Be open to everything and attached to nothing." Everything changes. Everything is moving. Everything is fluctuating in and out. Some people are forever, some people are temporary, and that's okay. That's what's meant to be for your path and theirs. But be open to everything and attached to nothing, because you know you'll be okay no matter what. You know that you're self-sustaining, that you love yourself, that you're whole and complete on your own, that you take this journey with God. So whoever enters your life, it's not somebody who you need to survive. It's somebody who can add value to your life. And if not, then they're not added. Take notes and close the door on that energy. You know? If you come out of a place of neediness, you're feeling lack inside yourself. Therefore, you're not believing your power or the abundance that God holds in this life. You're living out of fear. But if you can prove to yourself that you are happy and whole on your own, you will attract that abundance by the boatload. And it will come quickly, because you're not coming out of a place of lack. As without, so within. If you want to experience the love God has for you, you first must give that love to yourself, because that is God's love. We are a piece of God. We are made in the reflection of God, or the universe, or your higher power, whatever you want to call it. We are made in His image. So if you want to receive that love, you have to love yourself just as God would love you. And now you're tapping into that loving energy. You're tapping into that abundance. You're tapping into the quantum fields. You no longer have to feel like you need to attract things externally, like you need to chase things. You're manifesting from within. And nothing could be more powerful than that. You know, the dark forces, that's the ego. That's the devil. The dark forces want you to live in your flesh, want you to think that happiness is external, want you to be chasing all these materialistic things that are never actually going to fulfill you. Meanwhile, God is telling you to live in your spirit so you can experience joy. You get what you think about most of the time. Your thoughts and your feelings create your reality. Today is what matters most. Experience happiness and joy today, exactly where you are, and that will align you to feel it more and more tomorrow, the next day, and attract more and more abundance, because you're already happy. How else are you gonna align to it? You have to match the frequency of happiness and abundance. You have to live like it's already there. You have to live like you were already that person. It's all energy. It's all frequency. We have to align to it. How do you do that? By closing the door on the old energy, closing the door on the old chapter, the old person you used to be. Demand greater for yourself and show up as that person today. And you will start transforming your life. It takes time for your inner world and your outer world to align. It doesn't happen overnight. Just like all the bad habits took time to accumulate. Think about your life as a seed. You're growing yourself. You're nurturing yourself. The greatest example is looking at a flower or a tree. It takes time to grow. It'll take time for your inner world and your outer world to align. But as you change your inner world, your environment will change too. You have to stay consistent. You have to persevere. You have to believe, and you have to know your power. And show up every day. Show up every day for yourself. And you will start making miracles happen. Things will start aligning. Things will work out for the greater good. You'll feel the protection. And all of a sudden you're looking back and you're like, oh my goodness, my life is completely different. Just because you showed up as that person today. You got this. And the thing is, we're not doing it for ourselves. When you do it for yourself, you get to spread it onto others. Others get to help you. You get to align with people who are on your path, who are part of your tribe, who help you grow, you know, and it feels so good. It feels so good to be able to help others. And you can see how your life condition and your changes are pushing other people to grow. It might push some people away because they're uncomfortable with your growth, because they're not ready to face the growth that they need, and that's okay. That's all right. We have to accept people where they are on their path, you know. But you will align to those people who are on your same path, and you will be able to help lots of people along the way. And it will remind you just how important your life is. We have the power to raise the vibration on Earth. This is a bigger mission here. You know, we're evolving on a grand scale, not just us individually, but as a whole. You know, there's a lot of people who have experienced this shift. I've been talking to many people. Some people have experienced it before, and a lot of people are going through it now, where we're experiencing a shift. We want to change. We realize that we're creators. We're manifestors. You know, we don't have to settle for the way life is, you know. We have the power to change the course and direction of our future on Earth. It's not on accident. Like, we moved out of the age of the Pisces and into the age of Aquarius. We're in a different age now. You know, things are changing. The energy is changing. Out with the old, in with the new. Appreciate all the pain and suffering that has gone on through generations, you know. It's in our DNA. We were there in a past life, you know, going through all this. We're at the age of Aquarius. Let's embrace it. Let's know our power. Let's feel the love God has for us. Let's tap into that abundance and let go of all that negative energy. Just let go. As hard as it is, let it go. Step into the unknown. Create a new world for yourself. Let's raise the vibration on Earth. Create a new world for yourself so that we can all do it together. Have a good day, y'all.